Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
What's going on, everybody? Bueller here, and I just wanted to cover this small video. It's very, very small. It's just kind of a cool thing that we saw today, and I wanted to kind of cover it and just to kind of reflect on how I use fibs. And we go over this so many times in stream. I do it every time I see a good open range breakout. But today's breakout, we took plays over today's open during this candle, but it also happened to be the candle that closed over the 397.30, the initial breakout that we set for today, as you can see. So using the fib tool, I like to use when you have a good breakout, a rising volume close over a good level. That's what I want to look for, also known as the 40% entry. I like to go from that level, and then I like to look for when price finally slows down. You can see price rallied into this area, kind of stopped here. So it's kind of a good sign that there's at least a decent resistance here. So you can mark that there, and you can mark that in real time as well as we did today, and that's why we have that zone kind of drawn there. But you can see they went past it, wicked down, went down, wicked up. And then finally, they exited this range with a rising volume close. Here, let me close this so we can see more. With a rising volume close over that fib, showing that there's another bullish breakout. It's the same candle as this one, except it has support underneath. So it's a little more than 40% confidence in that breakout, right? Now, remove that. Let's just remove that, and we'll go to the next one. So using that same exact thing, how did this rally do? Well, they pushed up all the way to about here before finally slowing down for a few candles, right? So we can initially go from this breakout that this candle experienced all the way up to that slowdown, right? So let's mark that. And you can see again, not only are they holding a level that we already have marked from the bigger time frame, but they also have a hold over that 50% again. Nothing taking it, giving good leeway. And you can see not rising volume, but pretty close to that amount of volumes breakout. It closed out of that range. Again, kind of showing initial strength that it wants to continue higher. So let's mark that area and just remind ourselves for the near future. Where was that? There's the second one. And then again, you can see price kind of rallied. It didn't really push up that much. It kind of pushed up to about here, right? So we can go from that breakout to about, we'll just say here, top of that candle. And you can see price never gave up, even though it was having a tough time while holding the 9 EMA. It never gave up that area, and that was a very bad rectangle. Let's try that again. That's a little better. We'll take it. And you can see price held that area again. So even though it really wasn't that much of a breakout, not really much continuation for 5-10 minutes after, you can see it did in fact hold that halfway point. So even if you were sitting in a call or you're sitting in a long play here, it gives you a little bit of confidence to continue holding, because not only is it holding the 9 EMA, it's also still holding over that area that we have highlighted from the past open range breakout, right? So we can do that again. Let's say price broke out from here. Oh, we're on the wrong tool. Price broke out from here, right? And price pushed up to about here. They kind of had some trouble here in real time. Price pushed a little bit over, kind of roughed up against here. And you can see price maintained under it, broke under, held back over. Pretty decent breakout. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, but after such a long period day, you can see the volume kind of lowering too. You get pretty good volume between here. But you can see from about there to here, it's very, very weak volume, right? So all this price action is essentially worthless. But look what it does as volume starts to pick up again. Volume then breaks that control point, breaks that golden pocket, retests it, breaks it, closes back under, closes under again, and here we are again kind of approaching this area, right? So if I was to activate and extend this over, you can see we're actually kind of fighting that area. I should have extended them over to begin with. I'll just say it's about there. I was a little off. But it's pretty cool how it's kind of like the Iron Hands video you guys have seen from my channel. But you can see prices pushed down, rejected, most likely going to keep pushing down as long as it's under the 9 EMA, and we'll see if it breaks through 99 and then test this area and see if it does the same thing again. But either way, it's still really cool to mark your fibs like that and get really accurate levels over there. This isn't something I would do for the sake of drawing this many fibs. Like, there's literally no need to draw this many fibs, but it is kind of a cool example just to kind of remind yourself, oh, this is how I should be using fibs, just to remind myself on the rally up, because you already had entry past here, right? You know, so let's say you're somebody who's in long and you have a stop loss at 395.80. Pretty good stop loss. That's what we had today. And it just continues holding the 9 EMA. That's great, but it's also cool to have that reassurance while adding those little in-between areas that these retests are just retests and not reversals. And this is how you can tell that. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a very small one, but I do hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a great time.